Ravencrest, Illinois. A quiet city with good schools, clean streets, and a secret no one wanted to admit. On the night of October 14th, 38-year-old community organizer Patrick Servino left a fundraising gala early. He told friends he felt uneasy, like someone was watching him. He never made it home. At 11:27 p.m., a jogger found his SUV parked under the East Briar Bridge with the engine running. Patrick's body was slumped inside, a stab wound just below the ribcage. His phone was missing. His wallet still there. No robbery. No struggle. A clean, precise kill. Detective Mariah Kessler arrived first. She whispered, "Someone planned this." And she was right. Patrick Servino wasn't just a random citizen. He was beloved, a mentor to troubled teens, an advocate for police oversight, a man who made enemies without even trying, especially in politics. 3 months before his death, Patrick exposed corruption in the city's property development board, costing wealthy figures millions. He also received anonymous threats. "Stop digging. You don't know who you're messing with. Ravencrest belongs to us." Police ruled them non-credible. They were wrong. Detective Kessler found strange details. Patrick's watch was set 5 hours ahead. There were trace amounts of clay on his shoes from nowhere near the bridge. His tie clip was missing, the one he never took off. And then, the autopsy revealed something chilling. The blade wound came from a thin, double-edged tactical knife, the kind used by military units. This wasn't a mugger. This was a professional. Someone wanted Patrick silenced. Kessler questioned 3 people. 1. Laura Servino, his wife. "Calm. Too calm. Said Patrick had been distracted for weeks, but never told me why." 2. Adrian Pike, his business partner. Admitted they argued the day of the gala over missing funds. 3. Mayor Douglas Vance. The most suspicious. Cold, distant, evasive. He said, "Patrick was reckless. Some things are better left unexposed." But there was no proof. Not yet. 2 days later, a fisherman found a phone floating near the bridge. It was Patrick's. The last recording, a 42-second audio file. You could hear wind, footsteps, and a voice saying, "Give it to me now, Patrick, or I'll take it from your body." Then a struggle. Then silence. The killer spoke quietly, deliberately, almost calm. But the metadata gave Kessler her first break. The recording wasn't made near the bridge. It was made in Quarry Field, a remote industrial area on the edge of town. The clay on Patrick's shoes suddenly made sense. Someone killed him elsewhere and staged the body. The task force raided Quarry Field at 3:45 a.m. They found footprints, broken glass, dried blood, and a torn piece of suit fabric, Patrick's color. But they also found something far more sinister. A black operations training cabin hidden behind rock piles. Inside were tactical knives, GPS, scrambler surveillance, logs, a whiteboard with one phrase. Servino. Deadline October 14th. This wasn't a lone killer. This was an organized unit. But whose? Security cameras near Quarry Field captured a hooded man leaving the site 20 minutes before Patrick's estimated time of death. Detectives zoomed in. A scar on his jaw. A military gait. A unique limp, right foot dragging slightly. Kessler recognized it instantly. Elias Ward. Ex-Special Forces. Dishonorably discharged. Now working private protection for wealthy businessmen. And one of his biggest clients, Mayor Douglas Vance. A whistleblower stepped forward. A nervous city clerk named Jonah Marks. He claimed Patrick uncovered a laundering network tied to the mayor's office. Millions funneled through fake development contracts. Patrick had evidence. He was preparing to go public. Jonah said, "He told me if anything happened to him, look at Vance." He said the mayor was dangerous. Suddenly, Patrick's murder wasn't random. It was political. The task force surrounded Ward's safe house. But Ward was ready. He escaped through a back tunnel system. Explosives went off behind him, slowing the officers. On a basement wall, they found photos pinned like trophies. Patrick, his wife detective, Kessler, several community leaders. Ward had been watching them for weeks. He was building a hit list. Kessler discovered something even darker. Laura Servino, Patrick's wife, was receiving secret payments through a dummy corporation tied to the mayor's office. Was she involved? Or blackmailed? Her alibi from the night of the murder began to crumble. Kessler confronted her, and Laura finally broke. She admitted the truth. Patrick had the evidence hidden somewhere. She didn't know where. Vance wanted it destroyed. But Laura swore. "I didn't know they would kill him. I swear to God. I thought they just wanted leverage." Kessler finally found where Patrick hid the evidence. A USB drive taped inside the lining of his daughter's violin case. The files were explosive. Emails implicating Mayor Vance, financial trails linking him to Ward, audio recordings of bribes, maps of Quarry Field, and a list of problem individuals. Patrick was number one. Patrick died because he was about to reveal all of this. Mayor Vance declared the investigation a witch hunt. He ordered Kessler suspended, accused her of tampering with evidence. But it was too late. The FBI took over. Warrants were issued. Phones seized. Vance's financial world collapsed. Yet Elias Ward was still missing, and he wanted revenge. Ward returned to Ravencrest under the cover of darkness. His target, Detective Kessler. He ambushed her in her home. But Kessler was waiting. She knew the killer's patterns. A brutal fight erupted. Ward stabbed, Kessler fired, both bleeding, both desperate. Kessler finally overpowered him, pinning him against the dining table, gun to his chest. Ward whispered, "Vance promised me a new identity, and I killed for him." It was the confession she needed. Ward was arrested. Alive. Barely. With Ward's confession and Patrick's files, the FBI arrested Mayor Vance at a press conference. He screamed, "I built this city. You're nothing without me." But no one listened. He was charged with conspiracy to commit murder, abuse of power, money laundering, racketeering, and obstruction of justice. Ravencrest finally saw the corrupt empire exposed. A year later, Kessler stood at Patrick's memorial. His daughter played violin. His wife spoke tearfully about redemption. The community gathered to honor the man who died trying to protect them. Kessler whispered at the grave, "You were right, Patrick. They couldn't bury the truth." And Ravencrest slowly began to heal. But one fact remained. Patrick Servino didn't die for nothing. He died because he refused to let corruption rule his home. And in his death, he saved the city he loved. For more true crime content, subscribe and share so that more people can be aware about what goes on in the city.